UCLA, Kentucky. What do you got?
Well, UCLA, my takeaway from this is what a week for them. I mean, to go to Maryland and destroy them and then take the train up to New York, which I read that they did that, which is actually kind of
very cool.
Yeah. Take the train from DC up to New York City, play at the Garden. And the biggest surprise to me was the game was as close as it was, because I never felt like it should have been a close game. And even when Kentucky made their runs, Kentucky's half-court offense is horrible. But the problem is, I mean, you got two guys on the floor a lot of the game in Sahvir Wheeler and Jacob Toppin who they can't shoot. So even when you get the ball moving and popping, it swings to them, defense catches right back up.
Yep.
There was a possession where they threw it to Jacob Toppin, who was like cutting in, and what would normally be just a wide open, they've moved the ball, defense is in rotation, and what normally would be a possession where you're like, all right, wide open three, he's cutting right back to the defense that's now right next to him. Like the game plan UCLA had on Sheboy was really good. It was much like Kansas's game plan for Trace Jackson Davis, just load up, and really for Zach Edey, what Davidson did to Zach Edey. Load up, throw bodies at the best player, try to limit him. Yep. He ends up with 16 rebounds, gets 8 offensive, but only 8 points. But for UCLA, they turn you over. They'll punk you out defensively. I love watching them defend. Jalen Clark has vision defensively.
He's awesome.
That is unbelievable. Like unbelievable.
Elite defender. Elite.
I mean, he's taking guys' balls. Ball handler turns their back. He's going to get it. Shooting through passing lanes.
He'll be an NBA player, Rob.
I agree. I agree with you. And then Jaime Jaquez has been terrific. He is inserting himself into the National Player of the Year conversation.
So my takeaway is the disappointment that is Kentucky right now. I mean, Michigan State, you should have had that one. You don't. You piss it away, to be honest. You get outcoached, frankly. You go to Gonzaga, you get outplayed, which no shame in. They're playing in Spokane, but they were never really in that game.
Yeah.
And then this game, you score 53 points. 53 points. I mean, this is a joke. You've got Oscar Tshiebwe, the best or one of the best big men in the country.
National Player of the Year last year.
That's right. You've got Cason Wallace, who's a top 15 pick. He did not play well. No, he didn't in this game, but he's played well for the most part this season. He hasn't been the issue.
Right.
You've got, to me, 2 shooters, and we've talked about this, Reeves and Frederick.
Reeves was awful. Frederick barely played.
Yeah, they were 6 of 21 from 3, but you've got to find the right lineup. Chris Livingston actually was like the bright.
He was their bright spot.
He was good. He was good. Other than that, they sucked. And to me, there's way too much talent. And I've said this before on John Calipari. Listen, he's won at the highest level, out talenting people. Period. He has. And now he's got a veteran team, right? He's got veterans instead of the one and dones. But he's not going to out-talent a lot of teams anymore. He's going to have similar level talent. Although, again, you look at it and you're saying, he's probably only going to have
talented. I mean,
well, they'll probably only have
their shooting, though. Their shooting is just horrible.
But it shouldn't be, Rob. That's the problem. You've got 2 dudes who can shoot the shit out of the ball. Put them out there together. Get Sahvir Wheeler on the bench. Wallace is shooting the hell out of the ball for the most part. He didn't shoot it well in this game, but he's been really good.
Dude, I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. CJ Frederick had a $6 trillion, Titus's deal. 0 for 0 from the field, 0 for 0 from 3, 0 for 0 from the line. Wow. No rebounds, no points, no fouls drawn, no assists, no turnovers, no steals, no blocks. He was out there for 6 minutes and recorded no stats.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah, no, he's got to
do. Balls
got to find a way.
Yeah, like the ball bounces your way.
Rob, he was like a 45% 3-point shooter at Iowa. At Iowa, not like Antonio Reeves did it at the mid-major level. He did it in the Big Ten.
Yeah, he was a good player at Iowa. Like it was a huge loss when they lost.
Yes.